once again, we are here with scintillating sports and updates. This is Sports 101. It's actually been a very long time we came to you with the sports updates, and it was coupled with the Christmas festivities as well as a few breaks. But we are here. This is our first shoot for the year, and this is me, Percy. I have Kofi Asiedu here. Kofi,
Yes,
it's actually been a very long time.
it's been a while.
A
It's been a
very,
while.
very long
Long,
time.
long, long, long time. But we are glad to be back on set.
Of
We
course,
are
of course,
glad to be back doing the things we love doing.
of course, of course. And
So obviously, we are here to talk about sports, anything sports.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of things have happened. A lot of things will definitely happen in the course of the year. We are here to talk about anything sports. So stay glued.
yes,
What
and
do you have on the table this
yeah, we
morning?
we actually have a lot for you this time round, and we would want to now focus on the current issues that has to do with the Premier League. And in the Premier League, when you talk about the Premier League for the past few years, like 5, 6, 7 years, it has just been about two teams. You might maybe throw in a few ones that come and go, but two teams, and that has to do with Manchester City and Liverpool. Now, for the past 5, 6 years, we can maybe bring it down to 2018. That's City started. City won in 18, won in 19. Liverpool came in and won in the COVID era. Then the next three straight years, 21, 22, and 23, has been City. So it's been 5 years down the line. City has been first for 5 times in the 6 years. Liverpool has been second 4 times. United just came in just once. So just the two of them. And it looks like the 2023-2024 season is almost the same thing. Of course, last season we had Arsenal coming in. They led almost 25, 26, 27 weeks, and they went off during the last 3 weeks. And this season, too, Arsenal came on top. They were on top of the league. And the past 4 games, I don't know, they've just pressed the self destruct button, capitulated, and they're off. So back to where we were. It's City first. It is Liverpool first, and City are trying to catch up. And are we seeing a repeat of 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23?
Well, I think it's a beautiful observation you've made, and I think that we probably could draw a lot of similarities in the occurrences of this season to some of the seasons where we've seen virtually a two-horse race between City and Liverpool, going neck to neck, toe to toe, whichever way you decide to describe it. I think that the parallels are there. Beginning of the season, a lot of people, myself inclusive, spoke about the chances of Arsenal. Yes, I will not sit here and rule out the chances of Arsenal completely, but we did not expect that, like you said in your synopsis, they will self-capitulate at this point in time. It looks like as the wheels are falling off the car of Arsenal, and they are fast retrogressing. And so I will not sit here and throw out Arsenal out of the title race completely, but the two overwhelming favorites have to be Liverpool and City. Yes, and I think that we could draw a lot of parallels. I think basically the discourse this morning has to be trying to find out who gets the clearer point of crossing over the line in the title running. And I think that there are some few things that we need to look at when it comes to this particular discourse. First of all, like I said, I would want to draw parallels between some of the other seasons we've witnessed under Klopp and Liverpool, and then under Pep and City. I must be quick to say that this Liverpool team is not strong like the other Liverpool teams of old. I say so because you look at the other Liverpool teams that went toe to toe with City, they had a world class triumvirate at the up front. You understand? They had Bobby Firmino, they had
Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane, they had Mo Salah, who is the only constant left out of that three. And at the time, I mean, those three players were world beaters. I mean, Arguably, if you're picking the top 20 forwards in the world, then you would find those top three in there. So you look at the Liverpool forward now. Yes, there's the constant of Mo Salah. There have been inclusion like Darwin Nunes. There occasionally there's Diaz, there's Jota. There are other parameters that are thrown in every now and then. But I must be quick to say that the firepower that those Liverpool teams of old had, I don't think that this Liverpool team does have. However, the one thing that this Liverpool team does have, the one advantage it does have over the other Liverpool teams of old, has to be the unpredictability of the midfield, the dynamism in the midfield. I think that in the past, one of the major things that was said against Liverpool had to be the predictability of their midfield, had to be the lack of creativity in that midfield. But I think that if you want to look at those areas and you want to look at this Liverpool team, you look at the creativity in the midfield, you look at the ability of these midfielders to get those odd goals in there. And I think that it's one thing that very much favors Liverpool in the context of the midfield. You understand? So these are the first two parameters I would want to look at now. I'm pretty sure that you'd want to add some other ones, and then we'll probably zoom in on who we think would end up winning the league in the long run.
Yes. Yeah, you really said it. You couldn't have said it better. Now, just like you said, Liverpool look like they are doing the unthinkable, but you may also would say that you would want to falter the other teams, because if you take Liverpool, you take City, all the other teams have been very inconsistent. Because how on the earth would you find Aston Villa pushing to that position? Where is Chelsea? Where is United? And you get Arsenal, who are also very, very inconsistent. Spurs have changed managers and they are also trying to come in. But this Liverpool team, like you said, one of the things that is also helping them is that unlike the other seasons that you had it, okay, the goals were spread between only three players. This time round, of course, you can have Salah having the lion's share of the goals, but you may say that Darwin Nunes is not very consistent, but he has 8 goals and 8 assists. You have Diaz with also 8 assists and 7 goals. You also have Cody Gakpo with 8 goals. You also have what do you call it? All the other players coming. Gravenberch is also scoring. McAllister is scoring. So in this vein, you are and even you are having Trent Alexander also bringing in a lot of goals. There were some of the games that he has to bring in a brace just to get them to win. So this time around, you have the goals shared across, and now they don't have a mechanical midfielder like they used to have. Now there's free flowing. The only problem we thought was going to maybe hurt them was that they didn't have a defined defensive midfielder, unless maybe they start with Watari Endo being the starter. But if they don't start, McAllister, Gravenberch, all of those players coming in, they are not no, and even Djibojilai, they are not. We don't have a defensive midfielder in their set. But then what you find is that it's the unpredictability. You don't know where the goals are going to come from. Salah left. They have a lot of injuries now. You have Jota is out. The last time you didn't have Van Dijk, but they still find a way to grind, and we don't know when that is going to end. But you still don't find that championship thing in them like they used to have, that explosiveness and all of that. But then when the season started, I told you Liverpool is a team. If you go and check what I said, Liverpool is a team to beat because of their unpredictability. We just hope that Salah stays fit. We just hope that Salah, now that he's out in playing the AFCON, we just want to see if it was okay. It was all about Salah, because even against Arsenal, they found a way to grind the results. They took their chance. They had about just 2, 3 chances, and they took it. Arsenal, as profligate as they were, they blew their chance away. Now, in the aspect of City, City has played majority of the season with Kevin De Bruyne out. They've had a lot of their players on the sidelines. Haaland has been out for a while. Bernardo Silva has been here and there. There are times that Rodri had injuries, suspensions. But when they had Kevin De Bruyne in their last match, they scored over 3 goals. And that is the fear I have for them, actually, because City, you know them when they start and they hit the fourth, fifth gear, They can go 15, 16. There are even times that they started the league 10th position. So now that they've started, I don't know if probably you have that other opinion. Okay, we can't have that City of 2, 3 years ago. Maybe that desire is not there anymore. After treble, United, of course, after the treble, they went again, won the league actually. In fact, they made it three straight. They won 99, they won 2000, they won 2001. So they made it three straight. Can City also continue with that, or maybe they've hit self-actualization? Guardiola might not have any because the last time Guardiola won the sextuple, the next season that was 2011, 2009, 2010. They won the league. They came out of the Champions League. 2010, 2011, they won the league again. But then afterward, they started on the decline. Is this the decline for a Pep Guardiola team, or it is still he will find a way to motivate them to continue on that side 10, 15, 16 league games without a defeat?
Well, I think that if you discuss the issues about decline, then it means that there are other teams that are primed to take over the mantle. But I look at the terrain now, and yes, I mean, I will be frank with you. I don't think that this particular city's team sends shivers down the spines of opponents. But the problem again is that who is the heir apparent to that throne? There is nobody readily available. We spoke about Liverpool, we've spoken about Aston Villa, we've spoken about Tottenham, we've spoken about Arsenal, we've spoken about other teams that should be in prime position to take over the mantle from City should they fall off. The issue I think goes in City's advantage is that as I sit here now, I do not know a team or that entity in the Premier League that is primed to wrestle away the title from City. No, I don't think I don't think that Aston Villa has the firepower to last the whole season. The scary thing about City, you talked about self-actualization. I think that for anybody who has been watching City games, one of the dynamics that Pep Guardiola has consciously thrown into the mix is bringing the dynamics of promoting young boys from the academy. I've watched boys like Oscar. He is a fantastic forward with a fantastic IQ. I've seen the roles that somebody like Alvarez has had to pick up this season. He is excelling in that role. Yes, with Matthew Nunes and all of those other boys in there. So the dynamics around City, and to think that, listen, Kevin De Bruyne almost feels like a brand new signing. You have somebody like Ellen Haaland resting for over 10 matches. You would want to imagine the kind of the vigor he brings to this side again should he be up and running again. I shudder to think, but I think that City might just go on and break another record. They might just be the first team to win 4 Premier League titles on the trot, because I do not see any team primed enough at this material time, at this time of conversation, to wrestle away the title from City. Yes, Liverpool are, for me, I feel they are pushing above their weight. You understand? I think that Liverpool are, because Liverpool are strong to beat, especially when they meet the other big teams. You cannot easily break them down. But the issue with Liverpool is that, do they have enough firepower? Do they have enough squad depth? Can they cope with injuries to major players? I think that those are the questions that ought to be answered. All things said and done, I honestly do not see beyond City going on in this home run and getting the title again. I think that sadly, being a United supporter, it doesn't excite me, but I think that City might just go on and do the quadruple of titles.
Okay, well said. Of course, I what you said is the fact, but for me, I see another Leicester in the making in Aston Villa. If you watch them, I'm not saying they would win the league, but then I really don't know what Unai Emery is actually feeding his players, but then he is getting them to do the jobs and do the job very well. They are now second, and of course, I don't want City to win the league. City wins the league, they still have their domination. Liverpool wins it and they make it 2020 with United. So now, of course, there was the treble and there was the 20. Now the treble is gone. The next thing that United has that they could make noise about is the 20. So somebody will say, Boko go don't kokona. For Arsenal, I am very disappointed. I wasn't expecting. I knew they will fall off the pitch, but I wasn't expecting it to be this early. And I don't see them trying to recover because now injuries are setting in. Players are on the decline. There are lots of players that I'm sure they wish they never signed with the likes of Kai Havertz. The players you have, Timber is not back. Odegaard, you can't find his form anymore. Saka, you don't really know what he's doing. Gabriel Jesus is concerned about ball playing and scoring. You don't really know that thing that would make them revive. Probably a new signing would. So you take the whole team, and it's like the only player who is playing is Declan Rice. Partey, I sometimes forget he's an Arsenal player. Jorginho, you can't find him. So for me, I still see it to be a two-horse race. Liverpool City. If it comes to the crunch, I see City. Of course, I side with you, but I am still expecting Aston Villa to actually pull up a surprise. So, guys, we throw it to you guys out there. We have City, we have Liverpool. Arsenal have fallen off their perch. The elephant, in fact, at the end has done what the elephant knows how to do, but has fallen off the perch. What do you think? You still see Arsenal coming back and taking their lead? Do you see Liverpool going on head to head and doing the 2020, or City would make that record, or Aston Villa will do another Leicester? Like us, follow us, try to search for Sports 101, watch our videos and comment, and then we'll come your way with more exciting sporting updates in the coming days.